what his team needs. When his team needs a bucket, he's able to go out and get one. And when his team needs him to create for them, he does the same. And I love that him and AD have found that spot. I think those are the questions early in the year about, who's going to take control in the fourth. Who are they going to run their offense to? Well, LeBron took all of that out and was like, listen, AD is our guy. We're running it through him. In the first quarter, second quarter, he's facilitating. And it's hard to guard a guy in transition that is basically Karl Malone size coming at you downhill in transition. I mean, right here, this gap that he goes between, you love to see that he's shooting the ball from beyond the arc well. He's 2 of 3 from 3. He's shooting the ball from the free throw line well. 5 of 5. He struggled with that this year. But this is a part of the game that I'd love to see them put him more at because he can facilitate, because he's a threat scoring, and because even when you double him, it doesn't matter. Again, in transition, he's playing point guard this year, an outlet. Their goal is to get out, score as quick as they can. AD runs, Avery Bradley runs. If you run on the Lakers, LeBron's going to find you, and it's been fun watching them play.
And they find, Grant, the mismatches. You saw him down the post, saw Bullock on him. There's a lot of communication on that team that's worked out well. How impressive is that with a team that hasn't played together long? We always talk about, the lack of gelling. The Sixers have had, 9 different versions, and still it's an issue. For the Lakers, there seems to be really no such problem here in most of the time off in half number 1 of this season.
No question. Sometimes you bring a bunch of new faces together. It takes time, particularly when you have these championship expectations. But really from day one, it's been smooth sailing. And you don't hear there's nothing about people being unhappy or not getting along or anything like that. And I think a lot of that has to do with LeBron James, his experience. He's won before. He's gone to a new team and had to deal with the weight of those expectations. And so really bringing everybody together and buying into one common goal and sharing that theme. There's a spirit that you see when they play. You see it, on the court, you see it at the bench. The guys are really sort of playing for one another, and it really starts with the leadership and the play of LeBron James. And like Candace said, he just makes winning plays. Whether he has to score, facilitate, get blocks, I think he's all about winning and trying to do what's necessary to help his team be successful. And that might be scoring one night, it might be not scoring, but the way he approaches the game, it is rubbed off on all those guys, and they're all locked in, and they're all on the same page, and they're having great success.
Yeah, we know that he can be a great defender at times in his career. He's been really active across the board, Zeke, I think most of this season. And you could tell, kind of like when Durant with the Warriors, your best player is playing that way, right? Everybody follows. You're seeing a block party night after night after night, and everybody step up with that defensive energy. Another story here in half number 1.
Yeah, and when you talk about that defensive energy, I mean, we're looking at they're holding New York right now. They're only shooting 35% from the field, 25% from the three-point line, and the Knicks have gotten up 53 attempts. Now, when you look at the stat sheet and you say, okay, you compare that to 38 attempts for the Lakers right now, and the Lakers are shooting 53% from the field. What that tells me is that they're playing team basketball right now. So when we talk about LeBron's impact, his leadership, his willingness to give up the basketball, and them having fun as a collective unit, as a team, it's actually showing up in these numbers because everyone is unselfish. And this is one of those games where if you're a good basketball team, you overlook a team like the Knicks right now because you come into it like saying, well, we got this game. We don't need to play as hard. We don't need to play as well. They came out and had a really good first half. So that just shows me the collectiveness of the group that they're playing with.
Yeah, and being fair, I know they lost to the Clips Christmas Day. Everybody compares the two. They've had less of those. We're turning the switch on and off kind of games. Have been more consistent, really, especially defensively, which the Clippers haven't been what we thought they necessarily would be. Next Tuesday, we will tell you where we'll be, right here. Ja. All you need to say. Man, has he been fun to watch? Ja Morant against...
Where will I be without my baby?
And Luka against the Warriors. This version.
Inquiring minds want to know. Bradley Beal, questionable. James, as we mentioned, questionable. Gallinari is out. That's unfortunate for OKC. Griffin, of course, out for a long time with the knee surgery today. And Bogdanovich out due to ankle injury and illness. It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Get out your devices because it's time for our fantasy forecast. We've got J.R. Jackson in the building. And, JR, we're going to start things off with your starting lineup.
Let's roll.
Let's see it.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are sick. It's pretty terrible. I mean, starting off with LeBron James, they're taking on the New York Knicks tonight. We know what LeBron James is capable. It is the Knicks, so we don't know how long he's going to be out there, if he's going to be out there. But then some other folks I wanted to bring everybody's attention to. First of all, Chris Paul, he is a bargain tonight. Him and Shabazz Napier are basically in the same range. And Shabazz has been kind of hot, 20 points, 7 assists per game over the last several. But Chris Paul is still filling up the stat sheet, whether it's points, whether it's rebounds, assists. He's still out there to go ahead and get you a steal. And then DeAnthony Melton. He's not getting a lot of minutes, but he is on that rip and grind Grizzlies. He'll get you 2 steals a game. He's only playing about 15 minutes, but he'll get you 8 points. He's good. He's real good.
All right, Devin Booker's there. That seems like a bargain. Am I mistaken?
Devin, I wouldn't necessarily.
That's about market rate?
Well, for tonight, he is a bargain because he has been lighting the Sacramento Kings up. I mean, the last several games, he's had 6 straight games of 30-plus points. And then when you talk about the 3 games they've already played against the Sacramento Kings this year, he's basically at 30 points and 10 assists. There's no reason that he doesn't continue to light them up tonight. He's been absolutely destroying the Kings all year.
See, I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm learning. I knew that was a good deal, a good bargain.
It is. Next time we're going to get a little bit of your picks up.
No, we won't do that.
Okay.
Well, we're going to keep you specialized there. It's time to lock in our daily predictions. NBA Pick'em. Primetime Picks is the free-to-play game that lets you predict daily NBA games and compete against your friends. Our fantasy expert, J.R. Jackson, is going to lock in his own picks on the Knicks-Lakers game on NBA TV Center Court tonight. First question I got for you, JR.
Yeah.
Will LeBron James dish out more than 12 assists? That's a tricky one for tonight.
You see, and it's all about the wording.
Yeah.
Is he going to have 13 assists or more?
Yeah.
No. When you count in the illness, when you count in the fact that they are playing the New York Knicks, I don't see him getting enough minutes to actually get 13 or more assists. He's had some big games over the past several where he's dishing out 16 assists, 13, 14 assists. But I don't know if he's going to get the minutes tonight, whether it's his illness or whether it's just they take care of the Knicks.
Well, that's really good and smart hedging for you because
Yes.
even if he doesn't play, you're still right.
I am.
All right, number 2, your question. Which player will block more shots? This is a good one. Anthony Davis or Mitchell Robinson?
Ooh, well, Anthony Davis is about 2.5 blocks a game. Mitchell is sitting at about 2. But when you talk about the high end, I mean, Anthony Davis just blocked 8 shots a few nights ago against the Detroit Pistons. I have no reason to think that Anthony Davis won't do it again. I mean, Mitchell Robinson is capable of going out there getting you 5 or 6 blocks. 6 is his season high so far. But I'm going with AD. Real simple.
He has a goal, too. He's already said it publicly. He wants to be Defensive Player of the Year, so he's definitely striving for that
Gotta
block
swap
category.
those shots, yep.
Exactly. All right, last one for you, JR. Which player will score more points, Marcus Morris or Julius Randle?
Ooh, Julius Randle. Well, you know, Marcus is dealing with a neck issue. Don't necessarily know his status. They both average about the same points per game, 18, 19 per. And obviously, the offense for the New York Knicks has opened up. I know I'm saying I expect the Lakers to stomp them out, but they have been improved. Julius Randle is a big part of that, knocking down several three-pointers. Julius is doing his thing, and because of Marcus's neck, I definitely got to go with Julius Randle.
All right, I think motivation might be there also for
Little
Randle.
bit of revenge?
You think a little bit? Playing the Lakers, former team?
I hope he's not just
Could be a little chip on the
endlessly
shoulder.
jacking up shots. That's not going to help the Knicks.
I didn't say that. I said motivation. Thank you, J.R. Jackson. Always appreciate you. J.R. has made his picks. Don't you forget to lock in your own at nba.com/primetimepicks for your chance to win.